Welcome to my Days of Our Lives official. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Abigail attempts to persuade Chad to bring the kids back to the Horton house in her chamber at the mansion. Though his family is crazy, he doesn't like her remaining, so he agrees to move out. She tells him she'll be okay, but her main motivation is to avoid upsetting the kids. Chad acknowledges that by moving them in with her cousin Stephanie before he was ready, he accomplished enough already. Stephanie pops a hip, purses her lips, and flails her arms while dancing by herself in her flat. When Jana visits Stephanie alone in her flat, she dances. Stephanie receives an urn filled with Everett's ashes from Jada. Stephanie wonders how she's doing and reassures her that she'll take care of it. When Janet informs her that Brady turned himself in, she doesn't feel quite right. Normally, she gets to talk to Rafe about these issues, but right now, she's alone herself at his house, trying to do his work. All of this would not have happened to Everett if he hadn't desired her. Stephanie tells her that she is not to blame. "I guess," Jada replies haltingly. She is concerned that Rafe's chances of recovering would worsen the longer he stays unconscious. Jana extends an urn towards Stephanie. Melinda is having difficulty releasing herself from her constraints in Connie's place. She remembers Connie giving her the tainted drink and telling her that Gil didn't stab Lai. Melinda increases her attempts to get free after realizing that Connie murdered Lai. Gabi mulls about Connie's advice to sleep with someone in order to get revenge on Stefan as she is in the dimmer foyer. To help Connie, she texts her. When Ava last saw Melinda, she was on her way to terminate her for lying on her CV. Ava tells Connie outside the pub. Connie advises her not to propagate rumors. She doesn't need to worry about her. Ava reassures her. After receiving Gabi's SMS, Connie wanders off. Ij informs Stefan in the dimmer living room that Gabi is one of his friends and that any opponent of Ava is one of his. She strolls right in. Gabi informs Stefan that she told Abigail about how he had used her while her alter ego was in charge. Stefan is summoned away as he is furious since the bistro's fire alarm went off. As the fire alarm goes off in the square, Connie texts Gabi, saying, "Mission accomplished." Duct tape roll in hand. Gabi glares at Stefan. Stefan holds out a glass and gestures to her. Later, at the mansion, Gabi tells EJ that Rafe hasn't changed and hangs up with the hospital. "I wish I could apologize, but," EJ remarks coldly, "Gabi doesn't need to be a jerk about her brother's coma. He already understands that their soul-shared animosity is for Ava. She ruined his marriage," he reminds her. She responds that he imprisoned her for a crime she didn't commit. He retorts that he was only demoted from his position as CEO of Dimra by her. She replies solemnly that it was only possible because Stefan persuaded her that they could rule not just this town, but the whole planet. However, everyone is aware of how that ended. Stefan meets Ava in the square after attending to the fictitious alarm at the bistro. He questions who would sound the alarm, comparing it to a middle school student attempting to avoid a math exam. Ava speculates that it was Gabi's assistant since she was with Stefan at the time. Connie would go to any lengths for Gabi, even fabricating a CV to get employment. Ava tells how Melinda was prepared to dismiss her, but she didn't know what Connie was talking about when they just crossed paths. Kristen said that Melinda just left Dimra. She finds everything to be a little strange. Stefan concurs, but because Ava is unemployed, she shouldn't worry too much about it. Gabi would never forgive him, even if he would employ her back at the bistro. As Stefan makes a serious point in the square, Ava looks at him tensely. Melinda questions if Connie really stabbed Lee when she comes back to her. Connie is furious now. Melinda comforts her by comparing getting away with a crime to an achievement, akin to what she hears in her favorite true crime podcasts. Connie softens and tells her that this isn't the first time she's gotten away with anything. She stabbed Rafe in addition to killing Everett. As Jada leaves Stephanie's apartment, she walks by Leo. For Stephanie's press release about Body and Soul, Leo composed his bio. Stephanie laughs at his professional exaggerations, saying that the audience are just interested in being amused and don't give a damn about any of that. If nothing else, he wants her to utilize the part when he saves the world from impending disaster and ruin. Leo sees the urn, cries. What will Stephanie do with Everett's ashes, he wonders. She plans to arrange a funeral, but because he didn't know anybody in Salem, she is unsure who would even want to go. What about Connie, his friend? Leo queries. He saw her leave the Salem Inn after Everett's room to inquire whether she would want to pay her respects. Stephanie will get in touch. Leo and Stephanie scrutinize the urn that separates them at Stephanie's apartment. Jada sits at Rafe's side in the hospital, pleading with him to return. Ava leaves a note for Melinda to return her call about Connie in the meantime. Upon discovering that Ava has given Melinda a call, Connie remarks she might be a problem. Abigail reassures Chad in her room that she is not concerned about his involving himself with Stephanie. After all, she had slept with his siblings, even if one of the nights was caused by a mental health issue. Chad becomes enraged and advises Abigail to avoid Gabi and his family after learning that Gabi informed her about her DID. She refuses to remain alone once again, even when he offers to book her a room at the Salem Inn. For now, she believes that the mansion is her best choice. He exits, asking her to give him a call if she needs anything. When left alone herself, Abigail holds the picture of herself and Chad close to her breast, seeming distressed. Does the image convey the meaning we believe it does? Chad gives the mysterious lady posing as Abigail a glare and extends his hand. As they argue downstairs, Gabi notes that EJ has no one to vent his resentment at since Eric and Nicole are in France. However, both she and Stefan are present. She approaches him with a step. What suggestions do you have? He queries. With a sly smile, she says, I think you know. EJ sways away from her as he leans in to kiss her. I'm not your type. Neither is he hers. The idea is to release these bothersome, depressing emotions. Let's stick to them all by using each other. Stefan taps on Gabi's bedroom door upstairs. He promises that nothing she does will make him quit loving her when she doesn't respond. Gabi and EJ, meantime, inadvertently enter EJ's chamber. She straddles him after pushing him onto the bed. They battle fiercely as he takes off her blouse, and she tears apart his shirt. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any updates.